So it's been a while since I've released a video after my Pokemon Worlds thing. There's a reason for a lot of it, three specific reasons. I probably have a little bit of a scratchy throat because I'm a little sick still, but let's talk about it. But if you excuse me for 1 second. It's the holiday season, so we gotta make it festive. It's a festive video. It's a Christmas video now. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Bang! Holiday video brought to you by Delibird Pineapple Edition. So we'll just get started here with a good old-fashioned sip and chat. Where have I been since the Pokemon video that got, actually the whole series got a few.
Oh no! We suck again!
Well, we'll just start off from the top. Worlds came out, did all the videos. Thank you so much for the actually surprising amount of likes and views and things that I didn't expect. Really cool. But three major things happened since that video. First and foremost, I got in a really bad car accident. Which took me out. Here, I'll put some pictures on the screen, but my car was totaled. I'm safe. The other driver is safe. Things are good. I was on my way to work in the morning. And so briefly in the hospital, not really that long, minor concussion, back pain. The other driver is fine. Everyone was safe. Thank God. That's the most important thing. But yeah, it was kind of crazy talking through all of that, talking through insurance, talking through liability and all that awful stuff that you have to do after an accident. But did all that, took me out for a few days, few weeks, and then a little bit later went up in the hospital again because I lit my hand on fire. I will also show videos of that, but you can kind of see it. You can really tell on the camera. But my hand caught fire along with, like, oh, you can't really see the scar here. There was a scar there. This part of my beard got singed off. My bottom eyelashes got burnt off. My nose is peeling a lot. The top of my hair, this is like all burnt. So that kind of sucked. Wound up in the hospital again for a little bit. I can give story time for that one because it just involves me and my stupidity. But the lighting myself on fire. You guys ever seen those like little creme brulee torches? I guess I could have brought mine up here. But anyways, I like to like bake little pastries and desserts and stuff. I also have, as you guys know, I like my fair share of whiskey. So I also have a whiskey smoker. Uses the same kind of torch. You just like put like take like the glass and then you put like this little filter over the top of it. This like wood filter. Then you put like little wood chips in it and then like you light it on fire and it like smokes the glass and then you put the whiskey in. It just adds to flavor. And my girlfriend got it for me and so I wanted to try it out. So it was that. My brulee torch was empty, so I had to get like more butane for it, which is just like gasoline. And it has like a little thing on the bottom. And so like I was filling it up with gas. And as I was filling it, I didn't realize that like, well, I did, but like it didn't like comprehend how, like so many things, like even hairspray is like, oh gosh, inflammable. Like WD-40 also says that, stuff like that. And so I didn't realize how flammable it actually was. And so I like put it in, it like dripped down my hand. It landed in my sink. I was filling it up in my kitchen and I clicked the torch pretty immediately afterwards just to see if it was full or if I needed to add more. And immediately my entire sink erupted into flames. It got my beard, it got my eyelashes, and yeah, so that was a crazy experience. Went to the hospital that night. I'm fine. They classified it as like a first-degree chemical burn, so was burnt chemically. Went up in the hospital for that, and then as you can see, it's still kind of scabby and gross and peely. And then from there, so that was thing 2 that happened. Took me out for a little bit and whatnot. And then thing 3, I got COVID for the 4th time, which is why my voice sounds like this.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Still coming out of it. So I kind of got 3 big hits, like 3 big booms right back to back. No, that's not funny. So 3 major things. So it kind of halted all like creative things that I was doing. It was pretty much go to work, come home, rest, figure things out. I got a new car, which is actually really cool, and I could kind of talk about that story. I ended up paying cash for my car, which is pretty awesome. Not that anyone cares. So that kind of took me out for a while. So after the Pokemon Worlds and some of that traction that I would have loved to keep snowballing into more videos, I was taken out. But that's okay. And that's, you know, just brief update of where I've been. For the, you know, 100 people, I can say that now. We officially passed 100 subscribers, which is super cool, and I appreciate you all. I think most of them are friends and family, but that's fine. I think it's still a milestone, right? The first 100 is cool. Yeah, first video to pass 2,000 views, I think happened. A lot of really cool things I would have loved to keep moving forward with, but obviously. Now kind of into like where I want this sip and chat to go, which was more talking about ZA, the new game, Pokemon game. Did play it, did beat it, loved it, love where it's going to move the Pokemon company towards. I am going to be streaming it later today, so peek behind the curtain. If you're seeing clips from my stream right now, it's because I'm literally in the same sweater because I was playing it today. Fell in love actually with the ranked battling system, so you'll probably see me either EV training on stream, or I'm probably going to get to rank A by the end of the stream. It's not hard for me to get there with my mons. Completed the Pokedex in it because of how much I loved it. I heard there's a new Mewtwo event, so I'll also be doing that on stream. All that to say is with ZA, with it coming out, with its success, as far as like I'm concerned and other Pokemon fans, as far as like the battle system and stuff like that, I think this is a really, really, really great positive step for the Pokemon company. And I say that because with that system and Pokemon Champions coming out, I think it unlocked kind of this wall that Game Freak had. And kind of what I mean by that is Game Freak kind of had this wall of, we must have this system where there's 2 games, right? As much as they want to say that there's not 2 games in Pokemon, there was, right? You had System 1, which is you traverse the overworld and you figure out this like story and you go travel to these gyms, you fight them, you do them, and you move on. You can talk to NPCs, but nothing else that you have or do contributes to that, if that makes sense. And so with that, I'm really excited for where Pokemon is headed as a franchise. I mean, we heard from a lot of people that like it's such a big franchise because of like all the Pokemon. Well, in this game, it allows that, right? I can take my Pokemon to the cafe. I can sit at a park and watch them run around. And so all that to say, I'm a PokeTuber now. I kind of decided while I was away that what brings me the most joy is not... I'll still do sip and chats. Don't get me wrong. Like, they're still going to happen. What brings me the most joy is Pokemon. What brings me the most joy is playing it, having fun with it. I mean, if it's not obvious already, like, Pokemon is such, like, a vital piece of who I am, I feel like. Just because I grew up with it. That I'm going to do everything in my power to just do Pokemon from this point forward. Will I do Nuzlocke? Sure. Why not? Will I do TCG? Yeah. Why not? Sounded fun. Spraggles made Pocket sound fun. I played a little bit of Unite after talking with Spraggles too. It was super fun. I might stream a little bit of Unite. I'm not good at it. I've been rocking with Armor Rouge and it's fun, but I'm gonna rock with it because why not? I just genuinely feel like the Pokemon content I do brings me more joy than not doing Pokemon content, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna do. Moving forward, I will just solely prioritizing Pokemon content on this channel. Again, I will still make history videos of Mafia and stuff because that was a really fun video for me to make. I will still do videos of things that I find interesting. I could talk about Black Ops 7, for example, and how their sales are down tremendously, but I'm having a lot of fun with the game. Like things like that. Like I'll still play other games and I'll still talk about other gaming things. Hell, I might start like reviewing certain things. Main point was I didn't die. I was just going through some personal stuff. Legends EA is so fun. I will be streaming it, and you can expect a lot more Pokemon content from me moving forward. And so with that, if there's any Pokemon game specifically that you want me to play, or including like ROM hack, I'll do anything. If there's any Pokemon game that you want me to play, drop it in the comments. I'd love to play it. If it's a Nuzlocke, if it's just like a story-based game. All that said, that's my thoughts. Thanks for listening to me ramble about ZA for a little bit. And I hope to catch you in the streams, maybe. So with that, bye-bye. Cat reveal. Bang! Cat reveal.